ever wanted to be pretty like a mermaid? Or wield a literal gunblade with omnidirectional mobility gear attached to it? Would you like to summon cute, fluffy companions that shoot weapons of mass destruction? Well, you've come to the right place. Right here. I will give you a quick PvE guide on awakening Corsair so you can swing above your enemies and shoot them into smithereens. First, let's talk about what to expect when playing Awakening Corsair. She's a high action per minute class that has both melee and ranged capabilities. When it comes to combos and rotations, she is a freestyle class, so do not expect to have a loopable rotation while playing with her. The Corsair has great mobility and maneuvering, which is the highlight of her class. She may be daunting to learn and play at first, and that is why I am here to guide you. So let's start off with her core mechanics. The Corsair has 3 blue icons that can be changed using the No Mercy Scallywags Quickslots skill. Actin Cap'n Bomb, Scallywag Trio, Hand Cannon, and Cannoneer Dual Cannon. Actin Cap'n's Bomb gives an accuracy debuff of -24 for 10 seconds on hits and increases the damage of the skills that trigger it. It will summon a single otter that will throw a bomb or shoot a small bazooka. After using the skills, light him up. Wave Breaker Petrarca, Wind Piercer Petrarca, Surface Slicer Petrarca, and Sun Shielder. A -20 for accuracy debuff is nice to have, and we will utilize most of these skills in our kit for PvE, making Actin Cap'n Bomb a good choice. Next is Scallywag Trio, Hand Cannon. This skill gives an 80 burn damage every 3 seconds for 18 seconds. It will summon 3 otters holding a big bazooka. After using, the skills light him up, Crow's Mark, and Earth Render Petrarca. Although 80 damage of burn every 3 seconds for 18 seconds is nothing, Hand Cannon is the best in slot for PvE. Not by much compared to Bomb. The difference between them is very little. I personally use Bomb for PvP and Hand Cannon for PvE. Now let's get into the last scallywag. Cannoneer Duo, Cannon. This skill summons 2 otters with a big cannon. They will stay active for a minute and shoot 5 times before disappearing. These scallywags have a HP of their own and are summoned using the skills Light Him Up, Cap'n's Orders, and No Mercy Scallywags. Now let's talk about the last core mechanic for Awakening Corsair. Mist. Mist is not a skill on Corsair, but an effect that gives buffs to you and allies who are in it. The Mist effect gives +20 for evasion for 5 seconds and +20% movement speed for 5 seconds. To get this buff, yourself and allies must be in the Mist after casting these skills. See Mist. Close Quarters Charge, and Spare No Quarters. Your rebuff family's honor is a quickslot skill that gives +20 AP, +20% attack speed, and +20% critical hit rate, all for 30 seconds. Family's honor will also give the Mist effect to the skills. Sun Shielder Petrarca, Wind Piercer Petrarca, and Wave Breaker Petrarca. The Mist effect also comes with a +100 HP every 1 second you or your allies are in the Mist. Oh look, it's Labao. Labao can be summoned through your quickslots every 1 minute. The bow will move around you until your health reaches below 50%, giving you 800 HP and a 50% damage reduction rate for 5 seconds. You can also despawn him after the 1-minute cooldown. Otherwise, he will just stand there for 10 minutes before things go down for you. My locked skills are Sea Prowler, Storming Gale, Whirlpool, Wave Pout, Wave Lash, Evasion Roll, and Whirling Slash. Locking these skills help with the flow of switching back to your awakening stance, and helps with movement. For Rabams, I choose Rising Whirlpool and Wave Blast. Rising Whirlpool allows for good mobility and protection. Wave Blast is one of our most valuable DPS skills and also gives us a little more protection. We will be using Wave Blast a lot. The third Rabam is Preference. Whichever you choose is fine. It doesn't make a difference for PvE. For core skills, choose Close Quarters Suppress. This skill gives us super armor. The rest of the other core skills are knockbacks, bounds, and stuns, which don't do anything for PvE. For Quickslots, put in Light Him Up, Family's Honor, the Bow on Deck, No Mercy Scallywags, Overflow, and Jet Stream. For movement, you will be using the skills Riding Waves, Mareka, Swing. Into Smooth Sailing most of the time for PvE to move to different packs. After swinging around, to engage mobs, we start with Light M Up and Animation. Cancel it with Sea Mist to get behind the mobs if we need to. You can also Animation Cancel Sea Mist by pressing left mouse, which will use the skill Pirate's Life for me. To maneuver around the mobs, we use the skills Tide Splitter Petrarca, Wave Breaker Petrarca, and Skedaddle. Make sure to use these skills between your combos so that you can get back attacks on the mobs. There are many more movement skills in the Corsair's kit, but the ones that I have showed you are the only ones you need for PvE. If you would like to know more, I will link the Awakening Corsair Bible for you to study more. I hope I was able to easily guide you with the core mechanics and the essentials of Awakening Corsair before we get into the combos together. If there are any questions or feedbacks you would like to give, I would be glad to receive and answer them. Now let's begin. This is the main combo for Awakening Corsair. It provides the highest DPS as well as the buffs and debuffs you actually need. Of course you can weave in skills to your liking, which is what I do in case the mobs do not turn their backs quick enough. I will show you how I personally change it up. Right after the main combo, there is the filler combo, which is just freestyling skills off cooldown from the highest to lowest DPS. The filler combo can be quick or long depending on how fast you clear mobs. Here is a DPS chart of skills so you know what to prioritize. That was a lot to digest, but that is basically how it is playing Corsair. You may have already noticed that Corsair uses here pre-awakening a lot. I will demonstrate the types of ways you can switch from pre-awakening to awakening before we get into add-ons. Awakening Corsair is actually very flexible with add-ons. You should always put in skills you use the most for your add-ons. Let me show you mine and explain them to you. Light 'em up is the first skill we use to engage the mobs. I put in attack speed and critical hit rate for it. Next is Pirate's Life for me, which I put back attack damage and critical hit damage on. The best thing about having these add-ins on this skill is because Pirate's Life for me can still be casted even on cooldown. You can just press the F button to reapply the add-on effect mid-combo. I put minus 20 DP for mobs and plus 20 DP for Crow's Mark. For Earth Render Petrarca, I put the same ones as Light, and up to upkeep the add-ons during the filler combo. Ocean's Allure is flexible. I put in plus evasion and plus accuracy. You could replace them with movement speed or 35 HP recovery for a more PvE setup. Close quarters, charge is also flexible. I put in minus 20 DP and 35 HP recovery per target. I very much appreciate you all for watching. This is my first time ever making a video and editing, and I have had lots of fun. The reason why I made this guide is because I love the Awakening Corsair, and there hasn't been any new content of the class recently. So this was an opportunity for me to introduce you all to the Corsair. There is no class that is as thematically unique as the Corsair, and I hope you can come join the few of us who have been sticking with her and her crew of scallywags